We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Twins and the Cleveland Indians. With the postseason just around the corner, the battle for the division reaches a fever pitch coming up next. Shane Bieber, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. It seems like the more trouble he gets in, the better he pitches. Really tough to hit with runners in scoring position, and that's one of the reasons why his team loves when he's out on the mound. He doesn't give up very many crooked numbers.
Here's Byron Buxton now, and we are set for baseball here this evening. And now a pitch on the way. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball one. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
The 2-0. Turned on down the line. Ramirez is up with it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Yeah, Matty, you take a look up and down this lineup. One thing jumps out, a lot of guys with some quality batting averages. They find themselves in the top third of the league in batting average, and that usually bodes well. As the season gets long, if you can keep your approach, usually leads to winning games.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. This year against right-handed pitching, Polanco hits a little over the 270 mark. Lifted the other way to left center. Giving chase is Zimmer, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Batting third.
The next twin up, Luis Arias. It was an 0 for 4 day for him in yesterday's loss. Line to the right side, but foul. The windup and the 0-1. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Roll.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Twins are set down 1-2-3. Twins 0. Jake Odorizzi, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Jake Odorizzi is a really good pitcher. Doesn't get a lot of respect for the quality that he has. Low to mid-90s fastball, great straight changeup, and more importantly, a curveball that he can throw at any time. A really strong 3-pitch mix. He's a pitcher, not a thrower.
Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. 2 first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Is this playoff baseball? Come early a little bit. Interested to see how the managers go about it. We got some stars out on the field today.
Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. This guy knows how to drive in runs. Had over 25 runs batted in last month. You've got to pay attention to how he goes about it. Ground balls, fly balls, home runs, any way to drive in a run, and that's what he's doing. He tries to have a major impact on every game he plays in.
2 out, nobody on. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested. Chance to get off the field super quick.
Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that hit extends the inning for Carlos Santana.
Batting fourth.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
So now Carlos Santana, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He needs just 1 RBI to reach 100 for the season. We'll see if he can get to that plateau here. Odorizzi comes set. Here's the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
As a veteran out on the mound, that's a pitch that you expect to get a call on. Got to believe he keeps pounding that spot until he builds a rapport with the umpire.
Here's the 1-1. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one into the number 4 Minnesota hitter, Mitch Garver, comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And low. It's a ball and a strike. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Bieber is a guy who throws a lot of strikes, rarely walks people, but what does bite him occasionally is the home run ball.
Matt, this is a guy that's not a power type of pitcher, so he needs to rely on being down in the strike zone. One of the keys, he tends to lose being aggressive when he falls behind and he kind of nibbles around the strike zone. And what happens with that, Matty V, he becomes very predictable. And when you don't have overpowering stuff, you tend to be able to get hit hard.
0-1 the count. As a look, now the pitch. Garver aboard here at first with nobody out. And he struck him out.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussion at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
And that'll bring up the big stick of Nelson Cruz as he'll take a look at ball 1. The average to start play at .315. 27 homers and 66 driven in. Counts even at 1-1 to Nelson Cruz. The 1-1.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you'd want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Here now the 2-2.
Helpful. We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
High and deep down the left field line, and this will wind up a foul ball. The next 3-2. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Slow roller down the third baseline. And this is going to be a foul ball. The 3-2 one more time is swung on and missed. He got him. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
In there, 0-1. Healy, the former Seattle Mariner. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Twins wind up stranding 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And that'll Leading off the inning, Brent Rooker, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Emmanuel Clase is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Now pitching for the Indians, number 48, Emmanuel Clase.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded back up the middle. He's got it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. One gone now in the Minnesota 7th, and that'll bring up the speedy outfielder Byron Buxton. He's set. Here it comes. But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out.
The bat, number 11, short corner.
Up next for Minnesota, Jorge Polanco, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
Fouled away. Hard hit toward the hole. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. 1 left for Minnesota. They're still down 5. Trevor May gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Carlos Santana stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Hey, great job pounding the zone. Strike 1. When you got a great hitter in the box, got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Two and 1 to the Indians' first baseman. In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Line toward the alley in left center. Rooker arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
In now, Bradley Zimmer. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Count 1-0.
One out, nobody on. Pulled toward right center field. Buxton is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 35.
Stepping up now, Oscar Mercado. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
0-1's the count.
changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with 2 strikes.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3 as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Nick Whitgren is on his way into the ballgame now as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year.
Nick Whitgren.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Mitch Garver. He singled his last time up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0 home.
At the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you, so we'll see if that's the case here.
Josh Donaldson digging in now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
The 0-1.
Ball, that's it.
Ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Here's Nelson Cruz now as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Now the 0-1.
Ball, that's outside.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And he fouls this one off. From the stretch. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. Long throw to third. And he's safe.
Well, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Tyler Wade will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 16, Tyler.
So we've got runners at the corners here, one away, and in next, the first baseman slash DH Ryan Healy. From the belt, kicks and deals. A ball and no strikes.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
The 1-2 is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball. 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. He did well to get a piece that time, and it'll stay 2-2. From the stretch. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And he missed with it. Ball 4, so that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second. Stepping up to the plate, Marwin Gonzalez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And likely nothing up at third, but he'll step off and look him back anyway. Brad Hand enters a little earlier than usual, as he'll be asked to get 5 outs to try to earn the save here. First offering on its way.
This is a situation where you have to step out of the box and tell yourself, my job is to get the runner in from third. It'd be nice to gap one and get them both in, but you want to take a little pressure off you offensively and just focus on being productive.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
Clearly, this is a tough situation to be on the mound, but the key here is minimizing. They're up by 2, so if he could find a way to get out of this bases-loaded jam by only giving up 1 run, that would be clutch.
And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
Yeah, one a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get 1 knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Boy, I tell you what, you're talking about coming at a good time, too. You have kind of a rough night last AB. You end up being able to do something positive, not only for yourself, but also helping the team out, too.
At the plate now, Brent Rooker. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Drilled down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. From the stretch. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
So that'll bring in Byron Buxton as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Center fielder going back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam as they open up an 8-5 lead.
And they complete the comeback with a flourish, going deep with a grand slam to take the lead. You don't get style points in this game, but I'd give them some if I could hand some out.
Phil Maton enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8. Stepping in now, Jorge Polanco. He offers at it and sends a bouncer out to short. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on one pitch, and the inning is over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate in scoring 5. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming. Avisail Garcia will stay in the game, taking over in right field and batting in the 8th spot. And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That could be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And it's 1-2.
1 ball.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a breaking ball. You either commit and be all in on a fastball or try and find a way to work the ball the other way to keep you back on the off speed.
Designated hitter.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The catcher.
So stepping in, Roberto Perez. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. From the stretch. Lifted into center field. Buxton will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Tribe. Still looking up at it. Now at the plate, Luis Arias. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hit to first. Gloved by Santana, and he'll step on first himself for the out. So here's the cleanup hitter, Mitch Garver. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know.
And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Wow, I'm not sure how, but it looks like he didn't even touch this thing. Might have been thinking about throwing the ball before he actually caught it. The game moves fast, but you have to do one thing at a time.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He went down on strikes last time up. Mike Clevenger enters the game with 1 gone in the top of inning number 9. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Now the 0-1. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Here's the 0-2. Popped him up. Hernandez has a play. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And that'll bring up Tyler Wade. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Nope.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
I like what he was trying to do there with the 2-seam fastball, but that's a tough pitch to command. When you throw it glove side like that, it's really tough to get it to come back to the corner.
And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Taylor Rogers takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Francisco Lindor will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off of closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
And that's just off the outside corner and low, ball 3.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull a trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
The 3-1. Soft liner to the right side, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
So striding in, Cesar Hernandez, looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1. Hit out towards second. Reined in. There's 1. Back to first. A 9th inning double play, and they're an out away from closing this one out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Digging in now, Jose Ramirez. His prior history versus this arm, he's gone just 2 for 13. He also has 1 home run. Rogers has thrown a little over 50 innings, and in that time he's compiled a whip under 1.3. Translation, he's better than league average in that category. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
He's got it. And there will be October baseball in the Twin Cities. The Twins are champs of the AL Central.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
8-5 tonight. The Minnesota Twins, with their 95th win, tops in the division. Trevor May gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Taylor Rogers earns the save out of the bullpen, his 42nd. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.